The holiday seasons are upon us and 3 new Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Sleep. Welcome back to another Pokemon Sleep video. It's Bro Vinny here. Today we're going to briefly touch on the 3 new Pokemon being added to the game, as well as the event information and some tips I have for you guys for the holiday event 2024. And we won't be touching on which area to go to for this event because there's only one place to go to for this event, and that's Greengrass Isle. Red Hat Eevee will be available only for the Christmas event. Pawmi and its evolutionary line and Alolan Vulpix and its evolutionary line will stay for after the event as well. Most of them are heading to Snowdrop Tundra, so if you want more chances to catch these Pokemon and their evolved forms, they will be available there. Pawmi's base form will be added to Greengrass, but given the huge diversity of Pokemon that's available at Greengrass, you probably don't want to go to Greengrass to hunt for a Pawmi. You can also get Pawmi and its evolutionary line in OGPP, but overall I think it's great news for Snowdrop Tundra as an area after Sneasel's release to get 2 more new Pokemon, and I'm assuming that they're going to be good. Then it's going to be worthwhile to hit up Snowdrop Tundra, because if you hit Dozing, you have a chance for Sneasel, if you hit Snoozing, you have a chance for Pawmi, and if you hit Slumbering, you have a chance for Vulpix and Ninetales Alolan form, meaning that chances for new things in every sleep type. But again, that is after the event. During the event, make sure you go to Greengrass Isle. So the event I'm talking about is of course Holiday 2024, or sometimes I'll call it Christmas event of 2024, which is also a double Dream Shard research event, meaning all throughout the week you'll be getting extra Dream Shards from several ways. Let's take a look at the event information first. The event will be held on Greengrass Isle for 1 week, starting from the 23rd of December. As usual, Pokemon can spawn outside of their sleep type, so don't worry about having to force a certain sleep type because you'll have a chance to get everything. But if there's one thing that you want to hunt more of, it may be worthwhile to try and get that sleep type for more chances of getting that. But if there is something you're specifically interested in, then it's worthwhile looking at getting just the sleep type for that Pokemon. During this event, Eevee with a hat and Pikachu with a hat will both have a huge boost to their appearance rate. My first tip is probably just to avoid Pikachu Holiday, because it's just not that great of a Pokemon. You can't evolve it, so your main skill level is stuck at level 1 unless you've got some skill level up skills. And despite the maintenance giving it a shortened frequency, I highly doubt that it will overtake either Lucario for the same skill or Swalot for the same skill but better. As for Eevee, well, we don't know what the new Pokemon stats are yet. I'm gonna take a jab here and say that since Pikachu turned from a berry specialist to a skill specialist by giving it a red hat, my hunch is giving Eevee, who's a skill specialist, a red hat turns it into a berry specialist, the reverse of Pikachu. I don't know, I'm just taking a guess. All Ice-type Pokemons will get a boosted spawn as well. Again, we don't know Vulpix and Ninetales stats yet, but if I were to take a guess, maybe it will have Energizing Cheers similar to its Kanto form. We'll just have to wait and see. We do get a boosted chance to see Delibird, which is nice, because that is still our best egg farmer to date. Spheal is great if you haven't got a good one yet. Snover is a great Delibird alternative if you can get a good ABB option for eggs. Glaceon, I wouldn't catch it fully evolved, just catch as an Eevee and then evolve it. And again, we don't know the stats for Pawmi's evolutionary line, but it's good news that we get a 3-stage Pokemon so that we can make the most out of their skill level and inventory. One side note is that a lot of these Pokemon can't actually normally spawn in Greengrass Isle, and that includes Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Ninetales, as well as Snover and its evolution. What that means is after the event, if you caught one of these from Greengrass Isle, they will become legacy since you can't catch those Pokemon from Greengrass Isle again. So what I mean by legacy is this Gardevoir that Piggy caught is actually caught at Greengrass Isle, and you can't do that anymore since Ralts and its evolutionary line can only spawn at Lapis Lakeside after the event that gave right to this spawn. I don't know how much that matters to you, but it will be an extra bonus to have if you get a good one. We're getting lots of great bonuses for this event, including increased shiny Pokemon chance. I don't know which Pokemon exactly is getting the boosted shiny chance, but at least there's a boosted chance. But for the rest of the rewards, there's a little scam being run here. Let me show you why. Let's take a look at Dream Shards. During this event, Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon will be twice as effective. I assume that means when it triggers, you'll get 2 times the Dream Shard drops, which is good news for the people who run Dream Shard Magnet. If you don't already have an invested Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon though, like a Swalot, consider how much you'll have to invest in order to even get this bonus working. Considering that you have to spend over 100k Dream Shards to invest a Swalot or a Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon and numerous main skill seeds, there is a fixed starting cost to utilize this event. Thankfully, there's other ways that will give you extra Dream Shards. You will get twice the amount of Dream Shards just from doing sleep research throughout this entire week. It's a good time to bring out any Dream Shard bonus Pokemon that you might have lying around, making sure that they're on your team before you go to sleep or before you sync with your Pokego++. In fact, even better if you run a Luck Incense as well as Dream Shard bonus on Christmas Day and the last day of the event, because you're getting 3 times the Dream Shard bonus. It's just a good time to stack all of those bonuses together to give you extra Dream Shards. So if you're holding on to some Luck Incenses, this is a good time to use them. But here lies the little scam they're running. Yes, we're getting more Dream Shards throughout this event, but things are costing more as well as we progress in the game, and the pot size is getting more and more costly to invest. I know free-to-play Piggy is still waiting on investing that last pot size expansion, but as a result, she probably won't be able to utilize the candy boost feature that much during this event, because it will cost 5 times the usual amount of Dream Shards in order to raise a Pokemon per candy. Note that this actually means 2.5 times more than what you would normally spend. If you don't understand that part, let me know in the comments section below. With the mini candy boost feature we've had several times in the past, it's usually 4 times the usual Dream Shard cost. The only problem with the mini boost is that you can only do 50 candies in a day, whereas with this feature you can do 500 candies per day. So at the cost of being able to exchange for more candies than usual, the developers are charging us more Dream Shards. My main tip here is the same as usual: spend it on low-level Pokemon that are worth your investment. If you have something that you haven't actually raised the level of yet, say maybe you've got a Dedenne lying around that you haven't invested but you've been wanting to, well, this is a good time to use it. And the second tip is choose a Pokemon that you normally struggle for candies, because there's no point of using this feature at all if you have infinite candies for that Pokemon. All you're doing is charging yourself more for no reason. It's really reserved for Pokemon that you're short on candies for. But stay away from high-level Pokemon using this feature, because it will burn a hole in your Dream Shard wallet. If you don't understand that part, let me know in the comments section below, because I've explained this a few times before. I'm not going to go through it completely again. Additionally, during this event, we'll be getting 2 dream gifts on the day of Christmas and the day before. If you log in both days, you'll be able to get both gifts. You might get them in a different order than someone else, but we will all get the same rewards by the end. If you don't log in one of those days, then you will miss out on one of the rewards. We don't yet know what the dream gifts will be, but based on our previous anniversary event where we had anniversary gifts, which included new Pokemon incenses, diamonds, handy candies, ingredients, sleep points, Dream Shards, etc., my hunch is that it's probably a new Pokemon incense, something like Pour Me Incense or a Alolan Vulpix Incense. And we'll be getting 1,225 bonus sleep points on Christmas Day, so don't miss out sleeping on Christmas Day. And you'll want to use Ice-type Pokemon for this event, because not only is Ice-type Berry a guaranteed berry for this event, along with 2 random berries, so you should build your team around having a good Walrein, but also because main skill trigger will be multiplied by 1.5 times for Ice-type Pokemon, and their skill levels will go up by 1. That's good news for Walrein, who will be able to give you more extra random ingredients with its Ingredient Magnet skill. Also good news for people who don't run Good Camp Ticket for this event, because you may be able to use your Glaceon, who will overtake Magnezone in its expand potting abilities. So if you have a good Glaceon lying around, this is the event to use it. Maybe you can even skip running a Good Camp Ticket, because Glaceon's gonna be extra busted for this event. Abomasnow, being a mainly ingredient focused Pokemon, wouldn't make much use out of the skill bonuses for this event, so that's a secondary consideration, only if you really need it for either tomatoes or eggs. And I know there's a few more updates coming, but we don't have much information on them yet. Interesting skill changes for Ditto and Mr. Mime. I don't think they're anything game breaking. I would think of them more as a way to improve the skills that you actually want to have triggered on your team, instead of whatever they were triggering before, which weren't that great because they were just charged strength S. But if you've got other important skills like healing skills or tasty chance S on the team, well, these Pokemon would improve their abilities. Good to see Arbok getting a buff, but probably not any significant amount for it to be useful. Definitely not before a Poison Island is released anyway. Cramorant and Comfey both getting a buff. Good news for those of you who have them, bad news for those of you who don't, given their expensive catches with 16 pips to catch. Both of them have decent skills, and Comfey finally having a slightly improved ingredient drop rate so that hopefully it's not as far away from Stuffle's ingredient drop rate as it was before. And Metronome's also getting a change. I guess they just didn't want to deal with having to update Metronome every single time they put in a new skill in this game. So after the update, instead of having Metronome choose a random main skill from all possible main skills, it will choose from a large selection, basically just excluding any future main skills that might get added. I guess it would be very strange since Metronome chooses a random main skill from all main skills, but then one of the skills it uses is skill copy, which means it needs to roll again to choose another skill to be used. I'm guessing they're trying to avoid a cyclical logic in skill triggers. Imagine using a full team of skill copy and Metronome Pokemon. That would be pretty funny. I would just love to see a team of 5 Ditto just copying each other and not actually find an endpoint. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments section below. I'll make sure to leave a heart on it if I did. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.